Welcome to episode 1 of 5 Minutes with Jaci. All right, welcome to the show. This is 5 Minutes with Jaci, the show where we talk about the Lord and life from somebody who lived it. This here is Miss Jaci, and I want to take a few minutes, since it's the first episode, to just go ahead and introduce yourself, who you are, and what you have to offer the world.
Myself, of course, for whatever that's worth. Anyway, I'm Jackie. I'm 75. I am 87.
Oh!
And I have been a member of Life Chapel since its inception in 1985, when my husband and I joined. And we've seen transition over the years, of course. We all transition from one season to another. I just want to say that, and this probably is your story many times, is we're brought up in church and we're sort of Christianized. I call it getting a little inoculation to keep us from getting the real thing. But at any rate, I thought I was a Christian, but I truly wasn't born again until I was in my mid-40s. So it has, when you come, makes a difference, and you're growing all through it. Even when you come as a little child to the Lord, He will work with anything that you offer Him. So we're looking forward to just being plain long down home folks, and we like some feedback too.
That's very much true. So as always, you can leave comments down in the comment section. We love to hear from you guys, future topics for future videos. And as always, you can follow all of our social media links here at Life Chapel. We are in Life Chapel in Lexington, Virginia, and all of those links will be down in the description below. So for today's topic, we are going to discuss the youth of today. And specifically on whether Miss Jaci here feels that the youth of today is any different, or if we've all been crazy for the last 30 years.
For sure. Humankind is crazy, y'all. I guess you've discovered that. I'm going to take us back more than 30 years to when I was young, and then a little bit about when my children were young, because those are the two time frames that I'm most familiar with, and then today's youth, just a little observation. When I was a teenager, we were just pulling out of the World War II, and y'all, there was hope, there was joy, there was a future. Life looked good, and so of course we tackled it. And our culture was Christianized then. There was consensus. Right and wrong were pretty black and white. They were pretty clear, those lines. And so I think, had a more secure environment in a way, as that affected our lives. But y'all, hey, there's still plenty of sin out there to get mixed up with. I mean, sex and alcohol have been here forever, and so yes, we certainly we were not saints, even though people were more aware of what your families were doing. My friend's family would report on me if I misbehaved. So it was, and I grew up in a small community too. So I realized rural America and urban America are different in that sense. In my children's time, the sort of the setting for that, 35, 40 years ago, would be Vietnam War. And there was a real cultural shift then for me, my perception anyway. It seemed to be really sort of the breakdown of the Christianized culture of America. And, of course, the introduction of flood of drugs and free sex, whatever that is, and, big concerts like Woodstock, real huge change in music, and, the civil rights movement started there. So much upheaval, much change, much, and some good and some bad. So change is not always bad and it's not always good. But that was sort of the environment, the real beginning. So for the youth of today, I would say it's not so much that youth are different. We all were young once and experienced rebellion and trying to do life on our own.
Mm-hmm.
And getting into trouble as a result. But to me, the difference is in the culture, not in the youth themselves. And I do think there's more confusion for the youth of today because right and wrong is not as plain. Everybody kind of, the media has influenced us tremendously. I mean, y'all, hey, we didn't even have television when I was young. And look what we have now that's available. There again, not all bad, and certainly a lot of good there. But I do think our youth are more wandering, have less firm foundation than they did in my day, and even in my children's day. And I think I wanted to say something here. Let's see. And y'all, I'm sorry, I have to refer to this because I go off on rabbit trails, and I've been thinking about these questions that this guy gave me. These are not, anyway,
that's okay.
All your fault.
I think it's the first episode. They'll give us a little break.
Yeah, we just want to be just a fun visit. Oh, I know what I wanted to say. That we've always had many opportunities to sin, but I thought about, it's not so much our opportunities to sin as our free will, what we do with it. And I thought, Adam and Eve only had one opportunity to sin, and they blew it. So it's not so much.
That's because us men were following them women. That's why we.
Yeah, you just didn't do like us. That's right. So grace and peace to you.
All right. Well, thank you very much for tuning in to the very first episode of 5 Minutes with Jaci. I think we are rolling on about 7.5 minutes. It goes by fast, but that's okay. You guys completely understand. As always, thank you, Miss Jaci, for sharing that wonderful information. We hope that it touches somebody out there, and we always appreciate your comments down below. As always, like I said, you can follow us on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. As well, we do live streaming services on Sunday, and all those links are down in the description below. Thank you again for tuning in, and we will see you in episode 2.
Bye now.